Hello, hello, hello. We are going to give everyone a few minutes to jump on so we can get started. We were hoping that everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know we were off last week. We had a replay going, which was actually quite fun. We have the tribe jumping on in the chat room. We have Instagram joining us. So, hi, everybody. Hello, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram family. Hello. Hi. Hey, Remy. Hi, Jess. Hi, Siani. Sandy, Oregon girl, Debrina, Lisa, Gemini Ascension. The house is full. All right. So we're going to get ready to get started. We have a juicy topic to talk about tonight called closing in. So here we go. Do the countdown. My amazing hashtag power couple partner in crime, Walker. Hi, Walker.
How are you?
Walker has a parka on.
Yeah, because
he's got a jacket. He's got his pockets are full. He's like a chipmunk storing nuts and a beaver. He's got a little bit of an obsession with Luden's wild cherry cough drops, he calls them, which I think they're throat lozenges.
Candy drops.
I've never seen somebody go through that many bags of wild cherry.
My favorite.
Yeah. All right. So hello, chat room. Hello, everybody. We hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and that you enjoyed the last episode, which was a beautiful meditation that Walker and I did a year ago. And it was the collective conscious meditation. That's when we first met. It was kind of nostalgic for us, you know, bringing back the old times, the good old times, which I cannot believe was only a year ago. It feels like forever.
Like 30 years ago.
I know. Right? Crazy shit. Crazy. All right. So tonight's topic is closing in. What are you doing? Am I talking too loud? What's going on?
No,
I have to talk over all the noise you're making over there. You're squeaking things. You're moving things. You're sucking on things. Oh, careful how I say that.
Cough drops.
No pun intended. What is... What? Seriously. Can we start? Can we officially start?
Please do.
Okay. I'm not feeling his vibe tonight, so I might have to pull this on my own. All right. So closing in. All right. This is an important topic for those who are joining us.
That will cause peas and popping.
What?
Back it up a little bit.
I think I'm done for the night. I'm just going to call the show. I'm just ending the show. I'm done. I'm out. Love you all. Thank you for joining. There's a lot of silence, and you know this is going up on the official Anchor.fm and Spotify, and there's a lot of silence. So it
What do you
does
mean
not
there's a
sound
lot of
professional
silence?
because we keep stopping and interrupting to talk about whatever the hell we're talking about.
All right, can edit. I'm good at that.
No,
Just
we're not
edit it out.
editing. No,
Just edit out the small
no,
parts.
no. Can we get back to the topic?
Please do.
All right, so we're doing closing in, and this is an energy that is sort of hit its the high level, like a magnitude level. That I believe the best word to describe it is we are at an all-time high with this suffocation, this closing in where you feel like the walls are closing in on you, where you're feeling like things are literally backing you into a corner. You're feeling caged and things like that. So that's a big problem. That's a big problem for many people. Even through the readings, there's just so many issues with people who I've done the readings with the last couple of weeks. There are just so many issues coming through the reading with people feeling very lost, full of anxiety, feeling like hopelessness, feeling like they can't breathe, very low vibration, and just sort of like to the point where they just want to stop whatever this process is and just kind of the live my life as it should be and screw everything else and F everything else. And I'm getting this a ton. Like I'm hearing this a lot through some of the readings. And I will tell you that, especially being anyone who's an intuitive empath, which pretty much almost all humans with souls are empaths. I mean, we all have that gift and ability. So it's not like, well, I'm an empath and you're not. No, that isn't how it works. Anyone who has a soul is an empath. And you can pick up on energies, whether they're for yourself or other people or the collective. And they're closing, this energy is closing in. When you reside within a dome, think about a dome. Okay. So you're picturing a dome and you have this, covering, if you will, with basically living in almost like a glorified bubble. Where does the energy go? Think about the energy within your own home. Just take a minute, and I want you to really think about this. When you live in a house with more than one person, you are dealing within this confined space, whether you live in a 900 square foot, 1,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet, it doesn't matter. A confined space of a home has energy that is being changed and distorted and shifted on a daily basis, not only from yourself, but from the other people within the home. Now, let's just say you live in a home with multiple people, maybe extended family or children or friends, or you're sharing a house with other people. Now you have all these energies within this space. Now, I don't know about you, but just the thought about that is giving me anxiety.
Claustrophobia.
I'm feeling massive anxiety just thinking about, I have 3 kids and I love my kids to death, but I think about how some days are when everyone's home or when Walker's with me and there's 5 of us and it's a little bit on overload. Take that thought and now put it into a world of supposedly 7 billion people in a dome. Now tell me how you're feeling. Just the thought about that, a dome with 7 billion people who to the galactic, we look like ants. So imagine an anthill of hundreds of thousands of billions of ants.
Living in a golf ball.
In this dome. What do you think is going on with the energy? So when you're going through this and you're feeling the extension of these energies going on with all this external noise around you, not to mention it's being shoved in your face on a daily basis because we're being mind manipulated every day by the mainstream media. And through any electronic, you are just 24/7 infiltrated with magnetic, mind screwing,
And
neuro,
headaches.
headaches.
Like it's all just one big headache.
I think a lot of people tend to forget that your brain is still an organ. Everyone's all about heart health and pancreas health and, female reproductive health. What about your brain health? That, to me, that seems to be the least on people's agenda. For me, it's my number one. Truly it is, because the mindset's everything. And I know there's a lot that goes into quantum with that because I reside in quantum energy when it comes to brain health. I do not do it from a medical science way because it just doesn't work for me. I was already trained in that and it never made sense to me because there's a whole component of spirituality when it comes to brain health.
I can tell when they turn the juice on because I get migraines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like right now.
Yeah. So the 5G towers and all these things. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to that, we're going to feel this pressure like they're closing in, like energy's closing in, and it is. With that said, whoever's part of the Tribe of Eden TV subscription group on Vimeo, whoever has been listening to the predictions that we have done pretty much repeatedly since March, but more importantly, weekly since the summer, many of you were already prepared for this time. The Galactic was very clear and very specific on what was coming up between November and December. And I'm not giving it here for free on YouTube and Facebook so that we end up getting shut down and censored. I'm not going to even deal with it because I don't have time for it. So those who are in the tribe, our subscription group, it's $20 a month. You get our book, our story. We have new content coming out. We have a new book series coming out, a new, book series. Well,
what
actually,
is it, like 40 videos in there now?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
30,
we have like 40
35.
unlimited streaming videos in there. We have more coming, but we have a whole new series coming, by the way, both in a bonus and a new book series. Some spicy stuff, actually.
Well, two bonus. So each series, you have like series 1, series 2, series 3, or seasons. Each one has different bonuses and things like that. So season 3, I had to think about that. Season 3 is going to have some really awesome stuff, Uncensored Truths, and that's after we finish the book. The
new series is Uncensored Truth, and it's going to talk about everything and anything that has to do with mind wiping, mind control, MK Ultra, everything. So I'm really excited about that.
I just watched our numbers just plummet.
I don't really care about the numbers.
Well, it's not real.
No, I know.
Just as soon as you said mind control, drop 6 people out of it.
Yeah.
Which didn't really happen.
So we have all new light codes coming. We have several new light codes coming. We have meditations coming geared towards the uncensored, not the uncensored truth, sorry, the love alchemy.
Love alignment.
Love alignment. We have a whole series on love coming in the tribe.
That's part of the bonuses.
Yep. So that's coming up for entering our new season. So with that said, the predictions will continue. But we are seeing play out what the Galactic has already warned us about. They were very clear on what was going to happen for November and December, down to pretty much the day in the week. It is already happening. So, feeling this pressure is very common. Now, to add to this, and I think even though we're talking about closing in, because we're on this live and we did have a lot of people who followed us with Black Oxygen. Here's part of the closing in. I'm just throwing it out there. what happened to this poor company is just not only can be expected. And for those who don't know, I will just say this. Here's the closing in. Do the research, because September 21st or 27th, I'm not sure exactly which day. I think it was a combination of the both. But the FDA is now in bed with the UK FDA.
Health Canada.
The UK, United Kingdom, not a Health Canada.
But they're monitoring through
Yes.
Health Canada.
Yes. And oddly enough, when you do your research, you will find that most of the big pharma companies reside out of Georgia. And two things that are not coincidences are that the whistleblower for Black Oxygen, because they've had so many testimonials, it's an insane amount that somebody
It's like
actually
100 and something pages on Facebook of testimonials.
tons, pictures. These are real people with true stories. Then you got your naysayers, your people who like to smear things and make things up. People are like, so many people died from it. Really? Where? Show me the numbers. Show me the numbers.
Name one. Give me one name.
What numbers?
Just one. I'm asking for one.
So people make shit up. So I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole, but I don't think it's a coincidence that the FDA and the UK got in bed with each other in September. The UK whistleblower for Black Oxygen came out 1 week later. Georgia filed a lawsuit not even a few weeks later.
4.
Yeah.
4-person class action lawsuit.
Yeah. So give me a break. I'm not stupid. I've been in this industry of holistic health for over 25 years. You cannot pull any fast ones over me anymore. I've been doing this for so long in private practice, up until I retired June of 2021, just this past June. I will never, ever practice in Illinois, ever again, ever. The AMA is here, American Medical Association. Talk about closing in. Here's what's closing in. They don't want you healthy.
It's American Madness Association.
Yeah. The people who have their panties in a bunch about the heavy metals or whatever this red flag was about Black Oxygen, where's the outcry for what's in your foods, especially baby foods, by the way? Go look at September 2021, how much toxins and heavy metals and
Gerber, beech nut.
Yeah, that they found. They tested and actually have the results online with the high levels of toxins in your baby food.
So
where's the outcry?
Toxins are bad for adults, but can
where's
you imagine
the outcry?
what 187 parts per billion of arsenic looks like? I don't think you're supposed to even have 1 parts per billion as a standard for a baby.
Yeah. So where's the outcry? All of a sudden, where's the class actions?
Arsenic, that's like rat poison, isn't it? Why'd you give baby rat poison?
So I would love to know where that class action is. So apparently we don't care. We only care about the small little company that came out of Canada, the poor people.
And a lot of people suffering from those pushing juice that have a lot of heavy metal toxicity in them now.
Yeah.
That's one of the ingredients in the juice. Go figure.
Yeah.
Standard ingredients, glyphosate.
So with things closing in as the topic, pay attention. So part of this discussion about Black Oxygen and Boo, what happened with them, my heart goes out to the company. I still stand by it. True disclaimer, live right here. Walker and I did not fight for any money back. And we are in the 4 digits together that we didn't get back. So, and we're okay with it. If the company needs that to fight or do whatever and recoup some of the investment that they made for themselves, then that is our gift during the holiday time for something that we truly believed in. And we are not big supporters of MLM, but this company was a little different.
I never once pulled my commission.
Nope.
So it sat there and it got absorbed in the end. So,
and the rest of mine did too.
You can imagine how much that was.
And we never got, we never got our product, and a lot of other people did. So you know what? So be it. And I will be honest, I'm not doing okay without it. It was the best I had ever felt in my life. And I'm not okay without it. I don't feel right. So we are doing our research because things are closing in, especially when it comes to really paying attention to your health now. It's time to step up and live a vibrational life of whole health. And being a doctor of natural health and have been in holistic practice for, many, many years, I will continue to teach as much as I can about it, how to incorporate it from the spiritual side. Walker has years and years of experience with this as well, with his own personal training business and doing nutrition. And he has a nutrition book he wrote and all kinds of stuff. We will work together to find the best route going into the Nova Earth of 2022 of what we feel once everything's researched and everything, a very small amount of suggestions and recommendations based on our research, down to the fine tooth comb. The reason why we say things and don't announce it right after is because I don't think people realize how many hours it takes us to do the research. We go all the way back down. We follow the money. We follow the product, how it's made, how it's tested, how it's brought to market, who's doing the testing. I mean, it takes a lot of work.
The formulation, the drying process, the removal of any of the soil's elements in there that have to do with metals and things. I mean, looking at other products that have humic and fulvic acid blends in them, they're like double the price because with the black oxygen MLM structure, the price was able to be offset by people that were purchasing it and guaranteed they were going to buy it every month, so they could offset that basically double what it costs elsewhere. And I don't think we'll be getting into any kind of MLM anything ever again, to be honest. This was the best one I've ever been a part of, and it was fantastic. And the authenticity behind it, and they got sandbagged because it was one thing after another. As you guys know, it was one thing where they had to change the labels, and then they couldn't offer it in a certain bag because it couldn't be for topical and oral use because some sort of issue happened, and then the FDA stopped it in customs. It was just one thing after another, and I don't think that they could catch their breath because they were hemorrhaging so much money trying to go through all of the.
And it happened only in our country. Yeah. This wasn't going on in the other countries at all.
They tried to make all of the arrangements and everything, and when they did everything they were supposed to, that's when this scumbag lawyer attorney.
Well, we're not
naming any names, but I'm saying it's based in Georgia. And if you know anything about, trial lawyers for, anything that happens for, injury attorneys, they keep 50% of just about anything they make for anybody. Of course, they're happy about it. Of course, they're happy about supposedly having some issue with heavy metals in it. I mean, looking at the Facebook group of all the people that did it, and someone was saying, someone had said, "Oh, it's killing people, and there's human remains in it and heavy metals." And I saw a person in the Facebook group that said, "I guess my body needs heavy metals and human remains and all the other garbage in there because I never felt better off this shit." So it's not a placebo. They were responding to these trolls, and we knew that this was an organized effort because people that we'd never heard of, never seen them, they don't follow us. She goes on and does a live, and suddenly the algorithm changes, and all of these trolls come in out of nowhere for no reason. That just saying stuff about the company. They never use the product. They don't know anybody who has used the product. It's all hearsay, and they're probably getting paid. Just came out of nowhere, and just all kinds of nonsense. And people putting up little YouTube, so glad this company's gone. It was killing people. Name one person.
So we were trolled, or I was trolled. My video was censored and pretty much taken and removed. So I just took the whole thing down and didn't put it back up. And those who listened to it, it was a heartfelt message. But moving forward, this is part of the closing in, is that things are closing in now because they don't want us healthy. They don't want us to have any awareness to what's in our foods. They want to keep us in the debt-based system. They want to keep us on pills. They want to keep us on what I call the Skittles of this world, which is drugs. They want to keep us coming back for more. They don't want to create any sort of root cause healing. They don't want us to cure anything because it loses millions and trillions of dollars for companies. And here we are. Here we are on the closing in. You're going to continue to watch these outcries and this desperation of doing everything they can to create mass hysteria and mass chaos moving into this 2022. So with that said, we'll be right back after the break. We're going to take a short break and be back with closing in very shortly. All right, we are back with the Tribe of Eden TV True Version show for the second half. The first half, if you missed, please go back and listen as we talk about closing in, and we bring up a little bit about what happened with our business endeavor as brand partners with Black Oxygen, the Boo, and our hearts go out to them. We wish them all the very best. I already miss them and the product, and it's only been a week. So with that said, closing in, those who are not part of the Tribe of Eden TV subscription group is $20 a month. You get unlimited streaming of our book that is almost coming to the end. We have about 3 or 4 more videos, and that whole entire book is done. Then we have new seasons coming out, or series, if you want to call them, in terms of Uncensored Truths, where our new topic is going to be about everything and anything that has to do with mind control, mind wiping, MK Ultra, how this plays out with psychic abilities, psychic spies, things like that. I do remote view. I've been doing remote view my whole life. So we're going to be bringing a lot of that up in the Uncensored Truth series. So if you're not part of the tribe and want to hear about all these things that we will not be putting to the public on any social media platform whatsoever, please head over to vimeo.com/on-demand/Tribe of Eden. That's vimeo.com/on-demand/Tribe of Eden. So with that said, we have a lot of good stuff coming up. Okay. Moving forward, how do we offer them information about this closing it? Because they have a lot of desperation coming out now. And I keep saying they, because you know who I'm referring to. I don't have to call names and call people out. You already know who they are. All right. So with that said, they are pulling out all stops. So let's just say the dark.
Let's just say they're trying to make a phase 5 when there isn't a phase
There's
5.
no such thing as a phase 5. Galactic already warned us about the phase 5 starting and then collapsing almost a year ago. And we're seeing it play out.
And on the surface, I think it does look like a joke because the media and the social media does make it look like a joke. But just having conversations with other people and their experience, no one's buying this.
Well, it's hard to buy. I mean, again, I always try to tell you guys how to create like a visual. I'm just throwing this out there.
I'm sorry.
This is a brand new crisis they're creating again. Okay. But they're very specific on the number, right? 34. This is the big number, 34. There's 34 mutations. Now, you don't have to have years of experience through any sort of science, major, schooling, nothing, to just do basic math. Explain to me how they came up with this number. How's this being tested? I'm sorry. Because anytime there is a virus and you're around somebody, of course, it needs a host, and then of course it's going to mutate. How did they get down to that number? Where's the testing? Where's the science behind this number 34?
But
that's one thing.
Historically.
Wait, I got one more funny one. And out of the 34, how did they know it was on its way to America? Did these viruses grab some plane tickets that I don't know about? Are they on Amazon and they're coming through on a drone? Like,
no, here's the real
how
question.
do they know it's headed for us?
How did it end up in Australia?
Yeah, when they're locked down.
No one's going in and out.
Yeah. Or even Africa.
Well, Africa told them they didn't want any more of their juice. They stopped all the shipments of the juice. So that could be a way of the World Health Organization and other things to
just throwing it
punish
out there.
them.
Yeah, just throwing it out there. It's amazing, isn't it?
But
how that
historically, and here's the thing, the next variant is more deadly than the last. Historically, all mutations are weaker every single time. Something doesn't mutate. Like you see like frogs that have mutated, right? They were born with mutation. They have like another limb that's worthless. It doesn't do anything. It's an appendage that doesn't do. That's what a mutation does. A mutation is actually worse, viable, because it's weaker than the original source. So anybody that says, oh, it's more deadly than this and that, well, apparently it's so deadly now.
How did they measure it?
No kids were getting this
popped up
virus.
out of the blue.
No kids. Remember I told you in the beginning, I said, actually when I was in California, I said, you know what? Well, you know what the interesting thing is? The two people that don't get this virus, homeless people and children.
Yeah.
They're already in a space where they don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this new variant apparently is seen in kids. But this is after they just decided to give all the juice to the children.
How do they know? Where's the testing?
Here's the thing.
You can't test for viruses, so how do they know?
No, you can't.
It's amazing though. Anyway, this is part of the closing.
But even the creator of the PCR test said it's not for isolating viruses. You're not there for testing it. Because you can run anything over 30 cycles, it'll pick up any kind of debris of someone that had a cold, which is a coronavirus, can be series of them. Oh, look, you got it. It's ridiculous.
So with that said, it's closing in. So you're going to feel the pressure energetically. Everyone listening, you're an empath that has a soul. Anyone with half of a brain and a little bit of empathy has a soul, right? Right? And we're all empaths. We all can pick up energy if you have a soul. It is energy is humans with souls. We're all made up of energy. So empathic people, empathic abilities are all energy people. They're all able to pick up and read energy. It's part of being a human with a soul. So anyone who feels these pressures or feels the collective, it's only natural to not be able to sometimes get through your day. So give yourself some grace and give yourself some wiggle room as things start to close in, because that's what's happening. And the reason why we did the show, again, we're not here to do the predictions because I'm not giving them here because I'm not dealing with the shutdowns. But I will give you basics. And some of the basics we've talked about is that November to December was going to be the worst of all. And the holidays would never be the same. And It might have been the same for you in your household, but the holidays were not the same for many of our clients that do not live in the United States, one. And two, those who do live in the United States, in the handful of the blue states that are still in basically lockdown with muzzles, they didn't have the same type of holiday either. Just because a lot of these states are open and free, there's a lot of us, such as Illinois, who aren't free at all. California is not free. New York is not free. Illinois is not free. The three major hubs are not free. So again, we're feeling the consequences of this energy. So allow yourself to have some grace. Allow yourself to, it's okay to not be okay once in a while. It's the key to that is, what do you do with that energy? Do you allow it to really steer you in the wrong direction for the entire day? Does it take you away from doing the things you love? What state of mind does it put you in? So really it's about giving yourself grace, being aware of this feeling, and then doing something with it to fuel you in another direction. Hopefully it's doing something with love, maybe a craft, or, going for a walk, or doing something that takes you out of this feeling, which is out of the norm of this feeling, and making a shift. And that's how you're going to get through these next few weeks, because this was the time frame where they let us know it was going to be one of the harshest times. And we're seeing it play out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're all, at least from the tribe standpoint, the people who watch the show and things like that, I think we're all sort of on the same page where we're not stupid. Please do not insult my intelligence anymore, because you look ridiculous. And I'm saying who's watching and listening, because it's part of our world. Any electronics, whether it's Alexa, whether it's Google, whether it's your phones, we're being watched and listened to all day long. So when I say you know who I'm talking about. Don't insult my intelligence. I'm way too awake, and I'm way too aware of what you're doing to manipulate and change my sovereignty. And you won't be able to do that. You are not touching my sovereignty. And that's just how I operate. And I don't really care about anything else.
When in the beginning, when all this took place 2 years ago, you had law enforcement that were just like, be safe. They were thinking they were doing the right thing. And right now, at least in the US, most law enforcement is saying, the hell with that. Even in Illinois, of all places,
Mm-hmm.
the chief of police there and the president of the Fraternal Brotherhood of Police, their whole thing was push. If the police don't enforce it, defund them, right? It's all going hand in hand. And then you replace them with thugs, criminals, people you get out of jail, give them a badge. What they didn't realize is that these police fought back. The people supported them. The people supported their Chicago police, and they had to back down, but the police won. None of the law enforcement here, even Sheriff, I believe his name is Villanueva, out of Los Angeles said, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing your testing things. All of the things that we see the main push, and then we see actual empathic humans saying no. People that are actually in positions that can do something about it. Each one of us is doing what we can about it, even if that just means saying no. Even if that just means
living your life.
Speaking up in a store.
Or even...
I'm proud of this one. She did not back down. And that person was chasing her with a box of masks.
No joke. I was chased in a store in Illinois by the manager, who must have been about 25 years old. Completely unprofessional, chasing me through the store with a box of masks. And finally I whisked around and my dragon Italian ass came out and basically said, back the fuck up.
Ripped her a new one with facts.
Yeah.
With facts.
Yeah. Because she
something
made it.
they don't like.
She was like, Cook County has a law in place called the mandate where you must wear a mask. And I said, unfortunately, you don't know the law, but I do. And I grabbed my phone and said, you'll be talking to my attorney because I'll be suing you in the store if you don't get that box of masks out of my face. I mean, literally it was, she had him
a mandate,
pushed to me.
An edict, a decree, an executive order. These are not laws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just hearsay from someone that says, do as I say, do that. You need to do this now. That's
and
not a
then
law.
Had the audacity to say, real nice attitude during the holiday. I hope you're happy. And I said,
told her to go fuck herself.
I said, you need to go fuck off and worry about your own fucking goddamn health. Don't worry about what I'm doing. And don't tell me how I am and what I need to be or how I am.
There's something called
get the fuck out of my face.
Bacteria pneumonia. Secondary bacterial pneumonia that can be caused from cutting off your airway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't even get into that because it wasn't worth it. But I did pull out my card. I do carry a card with me because I do have severe anxiety that I manage on my own with all my essential oils, my rollers, my inhalers, all kinds of stuff. And when I do travel, I do have to bring my dog because she calms me. And it's a thing. I have somebody who writes, my dog is a support dog because I need that type of balance. I refuse to take medication because the anxiety can be very debilitating at times. And that's because I'm a psychic medium and I'm an empath. So it gets very hard for me to go into public. I don't do well around people. I don't like to be around people. I can't go into big spaces, enclosed spaces with all these strangers. It's very difficult to go in and out of the stores.
And anyone that tells me to wear a mask.
And then shove it in my face. But I brought out my card and said, listen, on the back here says it right here. So you're going to get sued if you don't get out of my face.
I'm not wearing another mask since the military.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be in ThreatCon Delta hazmat suit in 115-degree weather ever again and fucking have heat stroke.
Yep. So
fuck that.
We are being censored on Instagram. So people who are watching on Instagram, Lorraine, thank you for letting us know. If you are on Instagram watching us and you're from out of the country, please write, if you can, in the comments where you're from. Maybe give us an emoji on Instagram. Those who are in the States, please drop some sort of an emoji because we are having a lot of issues in the comment section on the Dr. Motherella page. So, it keeps glitching. That's what I thought. So do you see why? I do, we just don't have time for this. So Instagram, if you can throw an emoji or something and let me know, you can at least comment, put a happy face, something, that would be great. There's Jamie Deaton. Good. Canada. There we go.
So everything that as it's closing in, everything is coming down to moving within. Everything is coming down to all the mirrors that you see, moving within, creating that space, creating that level of individuality. You're not pushing anyone else to do what you're doing. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't be pushing you. So the more they push, the more it closes in, the more, what's that? I reach out from the inside. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You do that.
In your eyes. That's a song. All right. So what do you want to do now? Sorry. Our Instagram keeps glitching. Australia is not allowed to comment on my Instagram page. So it is what it is. All right. Hi, Remy. Hi, Jess. Vimeo does have an interactive live. We just don't use it right now, but there is our subscription group does offer live. on there. It's just,
We're still looking into it.
yeah, it's hard to stream. We have to get a whole nother software system in place to stream live through Vimeo onto YouTube and all the other social medias. But who knows?
Otherwise, we might just have it streamed from like an embedded website or something. But
yeah. But who knows? Like by that time,
It's too
their
many
social
things to
media
jump
might
through.
not even be here. So at this point, there's like there might not even be Instagram and YouTube. I'm sorry, not YouTube, Instagram and Facebook coming up soon. So it is what it is. Oh, thanks, Remy. I'm glad you enjoyed. I hope they're working well.
I came here, screw Insta.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on YouTube.
The meta curse.
So for those who are following on YouTube at Motherella, please make sure you like and subscribe so you get the notifications of when we come live. Who knows? We might be doing some spot lives coming up with the holiday season. We have been kind of discussing that behind the scenes. We had a really awesome meeting today about how we're going to roll out our 2022, which we're not going to announce until it's time. But I do want people to know that we do meet, even though we're together as a couple, we do take the business very seriously and do have meetings, where we kind of bounce ideas off each other and talk about, ideas off each other and
like
things
they're
like
actual organized meetings, like call to order, new business, old business, all that.
Yeah.
Count the minutes.
So, those who are tuning in and listening, I am going to be doing the holiday event at Cup of Joe in Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. Tickets are available on Facebook as well as through my ticket tailor. So if you want to come and see us, go to the Facebook page and click the link. I do also have it on Instagram in my bio. So if you want tickets to the event, I'll be there on the 4th and the 12th. I think it's the 12th. I don't even know. Saturday. Both Saturdays. What's that? Would you have an oil to buy for babies who are teething or belly issues? So there's definitely one for the stomach. I have my own little take on teething, but my custom blends you can order through motherella.com/shop. And there's something that's called custom blend. You click it and you type in what you need, and I will create and offer and put together something for the baby. Intuitively. I do it through like an intuitive scan. Oh, that's okay. What's that? Phelan Blue. Hey neighbors, Michigan here. Hi, our governor running with our most recent school tragedy. Really interesting. And how strange that we have another chaos going on during the trials that have started. It's amazing how something that is so massive going on in our world is overrun by another chaos of children, like tragic with what happens in these schools and what's happening. And I don't feel it's a coincidence at all. So
isn't it crazy? Like when everyone was locked down, there was no shootings, but only people that were allowed to move around with BLM.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hi, North Dakota. Hello. Moving over from Insta, see?
Yeah.
So
got shut down over there, I guess.
Yep. So I'm sorry about Instagram. All right. Anything else that I forgot? Anything else you want to mention? We've given them ideas of what's happening with the closing in. We're telling them to be gentle, have grace, do something for yourself that's fun, co-creative with yourself to shift the mindset, go take a walk.
So why are all the CEOs resigning?
Because they're all caught.
They're
all caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
They're closing in on us to try to stop the actual revealing, the revelations that are happening. And people are waking up too fast, so they're having to resign.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that Jack was prophesied by 17 quite some time ago, that hashtag goodbye, hashtag @Jack.
I don't know. This show is very different. The energy is very different tonight.
Well, it's hard to concentrate when you've got a energy from this freaking tower blasting in.
I know. They just redid the tower.
Smashed. I'm
So
getting completely blasted right now. And I can feel when we start to talk about something, it goes.
Very soon we'll be in our undisclosed space and I won't have to deal with any of this anymore. So, all right. With that said, last thing I want to mention, cellular vitality resets. For those who don't know what that is, please go to avatararmory.com. Walker and I do non-medical cellular vitality resets. We have a new format coming out. So if you still want to get in with us in the month of December, we only have a couple of spots available until we lock down the schedule and revamp it in order to present a new cellular vitality program we're beginning in January. So if you are having trouble with energy and wellness, a cellular vitality reset with us, you get a medical intuitive scan by me. I go through and do scans. I've been doing these for years, over 25 years. And I see where the areas are, spirit channels, certain codes that are directed towards your custom individual DNA. Walker comes in, we do a meditation. He does the encoding from the spectra infusion. And I do it through voice, through the actual, what we call psychic surgery, where I physically go in and I'm psychically removing and cutting and doing certain things. And then we, when we are done, we offer the recommendations based on what we hear and how to create an alignment within instead of going out. So it's how to get your body aligned within. You are with us for about 40 minutes and you get a copy of the recording when you're done. So it's a very customized program, very individualized.
And the Spectra infusion and in the presence of Spectra has the sovereignty codex, which means anything that you move and shift and anything, it all comes down to your soul's consent.
Right.
So nothing will be, like psychic surgery without the person's full informed consent, meaning they don't have the final say, is very dangerous.
Yes. So like I said, so the customized program right now is you'll be with us for 40 minutes, 45. Actually, we say 40, 45, but it usually ends up being about an hour. No joke.
It's a consult.
It's a consult. You get a full consult. You have both of us for the hour. So it's $216, one flat fee. Moving into next year, we are offering where we're only going to allow so many people to come into a program with us, and we're going to be encompassing a little bit of everything. That's going to be announced when the time is right, but I'm just giving you some insight into what's coming. And the cellular vitalities will be on a much grander scale with a lot more information in them moving into January of 2022. So if you want the basic, that is available with us one-on-one. We only have a few spots left for December. So if you want to take advantage of that, go to avatararmory.com and we'll be happy to do that with you. Sia, cellular vitality reset is amazing. Aw, thanks, Sia. Yes, we've had a lot of clients that have been doing this with us since June, with a lot of great benefits and a lot of great results. So we just haven't really talked about it, but it's kind of like coming to a close the way we're doing them now, and we are shifting it come January. So if you want, like I said, to take advantage of this, avatararmory.com or go to motherella.com and you will see it on my homepage. There's a link to schedule. Anything else before we head out?
That's it.
All right. So we love you all. I'm excited for what's coming up in the tribe. Stay tuned for the predictions that are coming out tomorrow. We got some doozy stuff coming. And we love you all as usual. Thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe to anchor.fm as well as YouTube and Spotify.
Take care.
Take care. We love you all. Bye.